Hello everyone! Today we're diving into Eyeshield 21, the anime that took regular football and cranked it up to anime levels of chaos. It's got explosions, impossible plays, and teenagers who run like their lives depend on it. From clueless underdogs to genius tacticians, Eyeshield 21 turned every game into a war of speed, brains, and pure insanity. So, let's break down the 8 major teams that made this series legendary, their strengths, their star players, their craziest matches, and, of course, roast them along the way. Deimon Devil Bats, Chaos Incarnate. Led by trigger-happy strategist Yoichi Hiruma, gentle giant Ryokan Kurita, and shy speedster Sena Kobayakawa, the Devil Bats start as a joke team that can barely field 11 players. Hiruma wins with schemes, threats, and pulling out a gun. Kurita brings muscle and heart, and Sena, as Eyeshield 21, runs so fast opponents forget what hit them. Their first big test came against the Ojo White Knights, the powerhouse of defense. Sena, terrified but determined, faced Shinriuji, a linebacker built like a tank. The game pushed Deimon to their limits and forged a rivalry that would define their team spirit. Next came the NASA Aliens, an American exhibition team that tested speed, skill, and teamwork. Every play pushed the Devil Bats further, and though they didn't dominate, the experience sharpened their instincts and strengthened their resolve. Their ultimate challenge arrived in the Christmas Bowl against the legendary Shinriuji Naga, led by Agun Kongo. The Naga's precision and strength were overwhelming, and the Devil Bats were decisively beaten, yet they refused to fold, proving that even misfits can challenge legends and never lose their heart. Ojo White Knights. Led by stoic linebacker Shinriuji and model-turned-receiver Sakuraba Haruto, the White Knights represent perfection through discipline. They train like soldiers and play like mistakes are personal insults. Their motto might as well be, pain is temporary, perfection is mandatory. Warm-ups look like military drills, and halftime feels like a board meeting. Even their losses teach lessons because Ojo doesn't crumble, they evolve. Their clash with the Deimon Devil Bats put Shin and Sena's rivalry in the spotlight. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. Shin's tackles could end careers, but clever plays and team coordination let the Devil Bats make a few breakthroughs. Ojo isn't just a team, their discipline made flesh, and mercy isn't in their playbook. They're so serious, they make perfection look mandatory. Shinriuji Naga, now we're talking about monsters. The Shinriuji Naga are the undisputed titans of Japanese high school football, led by the Kongo brothers, Agon, a natural-born prodigy with godlike reflexes, and Unsui, the patient older brother keeping him in line. They dominate through pure athleticism and terrifying instinct. Their clash with the Devil Bats in the Kanto tournament was legendary. Agon's effortless genius and Unsui's disciplined coordination pushed Deimon to their limits, testing every ounce of their skill and teamwork. Sena and the Devil Bats' unrelenting efforts allowed them to score crucial touchdowns, keeping the game intensely close until they finally emerged victorious. Shinriuji isn't just strong, they're the gods of arrogance, learning what happens when mortals refuse to quit. Seibu Wild Gunmen. If Eyeshield 21 had a Western spin-off, this would be it. The Seibu Wild Gunmen, led by gunslinger quarterback Kid and smooth runner Riku, make football look like a cowboy movie at high speed. Their emotional showdown with Deimon hit every fan right in the heart. Sena and Riku's friendship turned into a rivalry in a sprint for pride. Both came out stronger, proving there's no bad blood in competition. Their battle with the Misaki Wolves was a clash of titans. Riku's fury ignited on the field as he faced Kamiya's relentless challenges. The game was a test of speed, strategy, and willpower, culminating in Riku's devastating rodeo drive stampede. In the end, the Wild Gunmen stood victorious, but the rivalry left a lasting mark. The Wild Gunmen are the cool kids of football, smooth, skilled, and way too chill for their own good. Kyoshin Poseidon. This team is led by the composed powerhouse Shunkake and the flamboyant Mizumachi, are more than just a football team, they're performance artists with a flair for the dramatic. Their first clash with the Deimon Devil Bats humbled both teams. Kake's defense was nearly perfect, forcing the Devil Bats to rely on cunning and speed rather than brute strength. Sena and Manta pushed Poseidon to their limits, darting through gaps and exploiting even the smallest openings. Poseidon countered with precise formations and flawless teamwork, testing Daimon's resolve at every turn. In the end, Poseidon narrowly edged out the Devil Bats, graceful, smug, and still impossible to catch. Bando Spiders. The unsung geniuses of defense. The Bando Spiders rely on patience and precision, led by analytical ace Hayato Akaba, who reads plays like crime scenes. Every tackle and formation is calculated to the smallest detail, turning the field into a battlefield where every move counts. They thrive on anticipation, often forcing mistakes before their rivals even realize what's happening. Even under intense pressure, the Spiders remain eerily calm, letting opponents' errors do the work. Kutaru Sasaki supports the team as their reliable kicker, adding consistency and strategy when every point matters. The Spiders don't play for fame, they play to outthink you, and usually they do. Silently, efficiently, and without breaking a sweat. Taio Sphinx. Power, endurance, and desert pride. That's the Taio Sphinx, led by Bamba Mamoru and Kiminari Rui. They believe in grinding opponents down with raw strength and never giving up. They held their own against the Deimon Devil Bats, testing their toughness against a fast and cunning offense. Their match against the Hakushu dinosaurs was a brutal showdown. Despite their immense strength and stamina, the Sphinx were completely overwhelmed by the dinosaurs' sheer power, leaving them flattened and unable to keep up. They're not flashy, but Taio Sphinx proves heart and grit can stand toe-to-toe with talent until someone literally punches harder. NASA Aliens. The International Invaders. The NASA Aliens, an American team that came to Japan to show how football's really played. Led by calm quarterback Homer Fitzroy and lightning-fast Panther, they represent skill and class in equal measure. Their exhibition match against the Deimon Devil Bats highlighted speed, teamwork, and strategy, with every player pushed to their limits. They later formed a respectful rivalry with the Devil Bats, trading techniques and testing each other's skills on the field. The NASA Aliens came, impressed everyone, and left humbled, proving that even aliens can get schooled on Earth. And that's the 8 major teams of Eyeshield 21. From Daimon's pure chaos to Ojo's perfection, from Shinryuji's arrogance to Seibu's charm, every team brought their own flavor of madness to the field. Together, they turned football into a shonen war zone, where guts, strategy, and friendship mattered just as much as touchdowns. So, tell me, which team are you picking? Are you running with Seina, tackling with Shin, or scheming with Hiruma? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more anime breakdowns. Until next time, keep your helmets tight, your hearts fierce, and your devil horns high.